Hi everybody and welcome to TCW Fantasy Wrestling as we are live here on the Scott Show podcast with the 102550 network. You guys can check this all out at www.102550.net or tinyurl.com/102550. That'll get you all the podcasts that we do, including all the action that happens here at TCW Fantasy Wrestling. This event was tonight. We had an event at the Fried Chicken Stand in beautiful Godley, Texas. One of my favorite cities. We ran this city a lot back when TCW was around. And now we are back and bringing you guys great wrestling action. Let's go to the card. First of all, we had the junior heavyweight match between Phil Angel and Rocky Mysterious. Now, Rocky Mysterious was eliminated by Texas Thunder in the tournament, but he picks up the win over Phil Angel as he hits him with a powerbomb, and then he hit him after the match with another powerbomb and just beat him to pieces. Phil Angel is hurting, and I don't know if Phil Angel's going to come back and wrestle for us again because he's not doing so great. But Rocky Mysterious wins the match. He makes his way to a ladder match next Sunday. It's the 5th, and it's going to be Rocky Mysterious and 3 other already eliminated wrestlers from the junior heavyweight tournament as they will be facing off in a ladder match, and the prize will be announced next week. Then we have a women's qualifier match between Misty Storm and Julia Collins. Misty Storm hits the Stormfront on Julia, knocks her cold, but that's only after Daisy Fields comes in and interferes with her music. Julia Collins loses the match. Misty Storm moves on in the women's qualifier tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Daisy Fields and Julia Collins are going to be fighting each other at a very soon event. So heads up on that. That's going to be quite a barn burner. Julia Collins and Daisy Fields. In a hardcore match, John Traylor and Sinner have a great hardcore match as they fight in the crowd and in the back. John Traylor felt very much at home where he was fighting all over the place. Beat up Sinner with a shovel, knocked him out, and dragged his carcass back to the ring for the pin and the win. Now, John Traylor just wants the attention, though. He could have pinned him anywhere in the hardcore matches in TCW. You could pin him anywhere you want to. But Sinner was out cold, and John Traylor wins the hardcore match for this Saturday night in Godley, Texas. Violet Rose and Dominatrix. Let me tell you something, folks. These two women have fought in matches all across this country, and this match was not any different than their other matches. There was no blood, but it was close. Dominatrix tries to hit her running powerbomb on Violet Rose, slipped. Her knee is injured, and Violet Rose wins the match via pinfall after a DDT. Now, I do not know what Dominatrix is going to look like when it comes to coming up events, but her knee is very damaged, and more on that later. In a women's qualifier match, you had Christina Cold hit the cold front stunner on Rain Fire. Cherry Lollipop was in that match too. She was rather pissed off that Rain Fire lost the match. So you're going to see a match between Cherry Lollipop and Rain Fire very soon. But Christina Cold will move on to the women's title tournament for the world title. Justin Chili versus Chocolate Slut Cake in what turned out to be an actually athletic encounter. Chili gave him all he got. Chocolate Slut Cake, probably one of the more talented junior heavyweights that we have. But Chocolate does not get the win today, folks, as Justin Chili hits the pin and the win. and gets the victory over Chocolate Slut Cake. And moving on, he will be fighting in the junior heavyweight qualifier very, very soon. Now, Nicole Lauren and Mocha fought Missa and Chipmunk. Missa and Chipmunk, I did not know how they were going to get along, as they have feuded in the past. Mocha and Nicole Lauren have been longtime tag team partners. And Chipmunk almost hit the super kick on Mocha. She missed. Nicole Lauren hit her from behind. Mocha gets to hit the Mocha-licious for the pin and the win. Nicole Lauren and Mocha move on. And they are actually going to have some matches this weekend, or this Thursday. You're going to have Nicole Lauren versus Missa and Mocha versus Chipmunk. So that's going to be a hell of a match. Both of those are women's qualifiers, but they wanted to have the tag team match this week. In a hardcore chairs match, we had Hellraiser X versus the Southern Boy. And, I'll tell you what, folks, in the WWE, chairs to the head are illegal. But here in TCW Fantasy Wrestling, they are not. And the chairs, I have now 5 chairs that are so dented because they beat the crap out of each other. The Southern Boy got hit with 2 of them, one right after another, because they were so dented. Hellraiser X couldn't even swing them anymore. And after that, he hits the DDT onto the chair. Hellraiser X wins the match and moves on with the pin and the win. He might be in that big hardcore championship match that we have coming up at TCW Party Time. That will be very interesting. There are more qualifiers coming up very soon. In the tag team qualifier, we had the Volunteers, Scott Tarter and Sergeant Snake, against the Heavenly Express, Dennis Lee and Northern Ice, Rudy Daniels. Lee and Daniels have been partners for a little while as the Heavenly Express, the Volunteers from the beautiful state of Tennessee. And folks, this match was all you could get for having a great match. It went 15 minutes. Dennis Lee and Rudy Daniels are one hell of a team, and they win when Dennis Lee pins Scott Tarter after an inverted doomsday device. And can I say that Tarter and Snake actually looked really good in this match, as they will be out of the tournament, but not out of the hearts of the great people of Tennessee, as they are the Volunteers still. Heavenly Express moving on in the tag team title tournament. In the hardcore match, Falls Count Anywhere in the building, John Chandler and Eric Slaughter. And let me tell you something, Eric Slaughter came out and said, "Welcome to the slaughterhouse," and he beat up John Chandler within an inch of his life. Chandler had nowhere to go, no way to get out of it. Eric Slaughter wins the match, and Eric Slaughter is going to be moving on into the rankings of the hardcore division. We had the junior heavyweight qualifier. We had Farmer Bob versus Taishito, and Farmer Bob pulls out the victory with the plow. Folks, Farmer Bob is a very good wrestler. Toshito very well versed in the strong style, but Farmer Bob just won because he's a farmer, so he's gonna take it to town, and he's a tough man. So there you go, Farmer Bob moving on in the junior heavyweight qualifier. And I will have all the details for you rather soon on the brackets for the championship matches coming up here very shortly. The heavyweight qualifier, we had the Firefighter versus Action, Simon Jackson. And Jackson, he tried his best, folks. He really did. The Firefighter using all that he can to take it home and beat Simon Jackson to move on in the heavyweight title tournament. The heavyweight tournament will have 2 triple threat matches and 2 regular matches. We'll be having a coin flip for that. But the Firefighter is moving on in the heavyweight title tournament. And in the last match, we had Martial Law versus the Landlord. And the Landlord got evicted as Martial Law came in hit the lawbreaker on the landlord. After an 18-minute bout, they went all over the ring and ringside. Tables were flying. But it's all good because the winner and moving on in the heavyweight title tournament is martial law. So we will have more info for you on the brackets and TCW Fantasy Wrestling coming back to you on Thursday the 2nd, as we have some great matches for you, including our main event match. We have a double main event. It's going to be for the junior heavyweight qualifier, Frat Boy Juan Pedro and Scott Archer and Bobby Clark in a ladder match. And also we have a heavyweight qualifier, Frank Zavaldi, John Chandler, and John Brute Force. We don't know how Chandler is going to handle after the hardcore match, but he's going to have to ice himself up because he's got that heavyweight qualifier coming up on Thursday. So, for TCW Fantasy Wrestling, this has been your commentator, Scott, bringing you all the details on the great stuff happening in TCW Fantasy Wrestling. We will see you guys real soon. Have a great night, and we'll see you at the matches.